Hello my lovelies and welcome to another video. This is, I want to say, my favorite video to film that is about fashion. Now, I don't film many trend recaps or trend videos in a year. I probably do one at the beginning of the year and then one as we head into the transitional, the most important time in fashion, which is exactly this. September time, you know, it's time for boots, cardigans, knits, jeans, trench coats, all the good stuff. And I think it's also time for a nice little fall trends video. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Tamara and I am lucky enough that my job is to attend fashion weeks, and I attend New York, London, Milan and Paris twice a year, haute couture fashion shows twice a year. I try to pick up what trends are sort of like on runway and what's gonna trickle down all the way from the biggest designers like luxury brands and houses all the way to high street. And I have to say that fashion's been really good at that, sort of like picking up whatever the trends on runways are and then bringing it down all the way to high street. So today is going to be one of those videos, and I am gonna try and sort of like insert a slightly newer format. So I'm gonna talk to you about the trends. I'm gonna show you pieces that you can shop now that are from those trends right now as well, and I think in that way it's going to be quite exciting. Now, I have like 3 huge bags of shopping I've done on net-a-porter.com. It's one of my favorite destinations for great shopping. I picked a lot of great pieces from like kind of like high price points, but also to quite great quality but lower price point pieces. So I think there's going to be something for everybody. We're going to talk about fashion, and what's great about this is you don't have to follow every trend. I think trends are great when you're young, when you're in your 20s. You can experiment with clothes, you can try different things, and then you can really get to know yourself better. I think when I was in my 20s, I really wanted to like try all kinds of different trends, like, I don't know, like animal print. But that helped me to know that today, even though this season and last season, pretty much every season, leopard print is a huge trend, I know it's not for me. I don't really enjoy it. I don't really like it. It's not my kind of thing. But I also know which kind of trends I am gonna enjoy. So it kind of is quite educational, just like I think experimenting in life, even with jobs or friends or in your dating life, is beneficial so that you can get to know yourself better and understand what's for you and what's not for you. How else would you learn? Without further ado, pick and choose what you want from here. I'm going to be talking mostly about the trends that I think are wearable and enjoyable, and let's start. Trend number 1 I really love is the lingerie trend. Now, I'm sure you've seen it around quite a lot. It's been around, it kind of started, I even want to say last year, but it's been here throughout the spring as well, and I think it's best layered, so best for autumn. Lingerie trend is sort of like silk pieces that have that sort of like lacy trimming or are quite lacy, boho pieces. You've seen it, I'm sure, on runways from Chloé, from Saint Laurent. The Saint Laurent sort of like slip dresses have been really popular, but I think also a little bit more affordable brands such as Doan, Rohe and Faithful, the brand, I think does this trend really well. I truly enjoy this, and I think you can pick and mix a lot. So you can wear like a nice little silk skirt with like lace trimming and then a blazer that you can belt in, and you can even bring this trend all the way to winter, like to New Year's Eve, but then again in spring and summer, which is why I think this is a good trend to invest in. Because if you think about it and you buy like one elegant dress, yes, you can wear it for a night out, but then you can really dress it down, because that's what fashion has been allowing us lately. And personally, I would say that this is one of my favorite autumn trends. I already kind of started wearing it a little bit throughout the summer. I want to say even last winter I wore it a little bit. I'll insert some pictures, but I'll show you now how I'm styling it this fall. This is my new skirt that I got that is perfectly in tune with the lingerie trend. I'll just come closer so you can really see it. I'm sure you've seen this all over like Copenhagen Fashion Week and like street style inspo. Now I have like several pieces that fit the same vibe in my wardrobe. I'm sure you've seen me wear a lot of them. Like, for example, even like this Saint Laurent skirt, or for example this dress over here that I think they both can be styled the same way. This is how I would style this trend. However, I realized that this belt is too loose. I either need to like make a few extra holes or we need a tighter belt. Let me see. I also feel like I haven't actually told you, but layering belts is a huge trend for fall. And that is nothing new. It's kind of here to stay trend. Now you can see a bit cinched in waist a little bit more. So it kind of also looks a little bit more elegant. But obviously this trend can also be styled very casually. So I'm thinking like loafers, white shirt. Let me show it to you. With styling, it's all about proportions and kind of like mixing soft and not so soft materials, etc. So this is how I style it for daily, and I love this vibe. And genuinely, I'm sure you have pieces like these in your wardrobe to style. This maybe you can even wear to work if you want to be a little bit fashionable at work, you know what I mean? Really love this trend, and I love this skirt, and I think the price for this skirt was also great. So all the outfits that I'm showing you and all the things will be linked in the description box below, but you can also, if you're watching on your TVs, scan this little QR code here, and all the items that I'm showing in this video will be listed there. So I try to make it easy for everybody. Let me know how that works for you guys who are watching on TV, if you actually go and scan these, or I shouldn't bother. The second trend that I'm really loving is balloon trousers, but also skirts and dresses. I'm actually wearing one right now, and you're gonna see it in a second. I've worn some summer pieces as well this summer. I think you've seen it, especially if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. If you don't, by the way, I think you should totally change that right now, because I think if you like fashion, you would enjoy those. Here we go. This is one of my favorite recent acquisitions. It's like a balloon hem dress, kind of a little bit almost, I want to say, next level of a balloon hem. Obviously you guys would have seen already the white one that I wore this summer, but I think for fall I can style this one so beautifully. Now look at this outfit with a trench coat. It's immediately a little bit more autumnal, I want to say. I've got a pair of matching kind of brownie colored sling bags. I think the dress is so beautiful. It's very flattering. And then the trench you can also close like this if you want to close it, so make the waist quite tight, and you can lift this part inwards, so it's all a bit more autumnal. Dun, da, da, da. I don't know what you guys think, but I love it, and a touch of suede to make it even more autumn appropriate. I will of course link this whole outfit below so you guys can shop it. This is kind of how I would style the balloon hem if we're not even talking about the jeans. But when it comes to jeans, of course, I would just wear like my Alaya balloon jeans with anything and everything, because they literally go well with everything. Balloon hem has been sort of introduced, or I want to say reintroduced, by Alaya. Alaya really does an incredible job when it comes to that hem, and there's so much that you can achieve with it. When it comes to trousers, there's even a little, I want to say, extension of this trend, which is kind of going all the way to the jeans, so a little bit like balloon shaped jeans. Now obviously when it's a skirt it will have like an open bottom, so it's a skirt, whereas when it's jeans it's going to look a little bit differently, but the principle is still the same. It's giving that kind of like rounded shape. I have loved the Alaya jeans for a while now. I know that there are quite a few different alternatives as well to them that I'll try and link below for you guys, but I also really love the pants and the dresses. I especially love the dress that I'm wearing right now. I think it comes in a few different colors, but I love this kind of like rusty orange when I'm still a little bit tanned, and I think I can style this dress so many different ways. I can really give it something extra. So for me, this is really a beautiful trend and so easy to wear. I think by getting like a piece that has a balloon, like a balloon shaped bottom, it will actually add you a unique point in your personal style. So I don't think everybody is going to be wearing this trend. I don't think it's going to be everywhere, and I do think it's going to add something a little bit special. If that's what you want to go for, I definitely strongly suggest you check the options I have for you under the trend number 2. Modern prep has been around, and I blame Miu Miu for it. I think Miu Miu has kind of been giving us a lot of those polo shirts, but then of course we have the classic Ralph Lauren polo that's been really, I want to say, re-emerging and becoming even bigger than ever lately. I think those like classic American preppy brands such as Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger have been having a moment because of this prep vibe. And when I say prep, it doesn't have to be your standard polo t-shirt, little skirt, I don't know what you're imagining, but it can also be like a crop jacket with a polo collar. Even the trench coats have been having polo collar, and Bottega Veneta knows it. They've been doing the intrecciato leather collar, and that just adds that whole like preppy vibe. I think the Rose been doing preppy vibe really well with their like classic shirts and trousers and jackets, and it's just been around for so long now. Even if you think about like shirt dresses with like an over knit over shoulders over a blazer, it's here to stay, and that's also giving a big prep moment. So I really love it. I think for this trend, you don't even need anything new. You can have like a pair of jeans, a polo or a white t-shirt, a blazer from your wardrobe, and just tie something over your shoulder with a cap and you're done. It's giving that almost like Lady D vibe, effortless, a little bit 90s, a little bit preppy princess vibes. So I like it. I think it's quite wearable. For me, this is a great casual trend. So if I'm traveling, if I am, I don't know, like running errands, this is just great for fall. And I think you guys like it too. This jacket has been on my wish list since forever, and they keep kind of like having re-editions of it. And I'll tell you something, I was recently in Abu Dhabi, and at Bottega boutique in Galleria Mall, I tried on the long trench version of it, and it's divine. Divine. If I can find it, I will link it below. Otherwise, this is a moment for this cropped version. And can we just have a look at the intrecciato detailing around this collar? So it's preppy, it's cute. I think it's very fashionable, again with the pair of loafers, just like an easy jacket that I think really gives a lot. And again, you can wear this over a long dress, over even a cashmere set for traveling. That's what makes these pieces really special. So like short jackets with a little lapel situation will add quite a nice amount of prep to your style. Now, one trend that I think maybe isn't for everybody, but it's kind of been here ever since the mob wife era, and it's the faux fur and fur. Vintage furs and faux furs are really emerging. Almost every designer, I think Gucci really dominated this trend with like fur collars and like faux fur coats, and this you will find everywhere. The very long coats. We kind of started it even with like shearlings last winter with that, what is it called, the Mongolian, is it Mongolian sheep or goat? I'm not sure, okay? But it's like really beyond. I feel it's going hand in hand with all these trends that have been evolving, such as like suede and brown and chocolatey, voluminous situations. So that is one of my favorite trends, but I want to say when we get into December, because it's still quite warm, October, November, to wear them. But keep your eyes peeled. If you have something in your mom's or your grandma's or your friends or some wardrobe, you can definitely get that out now. You can go through the vintage shops to try and find something cute. You will be able to see these type of outerwear pieces everywhere. I personally, at the moment, don't have much to show you. Like, I know I'm showing you as we kind of go, but I do think that it's one of those trends that you will see a lot. And since I don't have much to show you on me right now, I'll show you what I'm really loving and what I have in my wardrobe that you can get right now, and it's still gonna be trendy this fall. So I'd start with my shearling jacket that is not here now because I still haven't changed my wardrobes, but I worn this shearling jacket millions of times. You will see me again in it this fall, okay? So brace yourselves. I also think the brand Noor Harmour does great pieces. I'll insert some pictures here of the items that I think you guys will like. I have to mention Brunello Cucinelli because I love that brand, and I think they do great, like also like little shearlings or shearling trimmings, just like Saint Laurent does. The leather jacket with the shearling trim. And I even recently tried a few pieces that I really loved at Miu Miu. I mean, there's just so much that I personally love from this trend that you can adapt it to your style super easily. Now, Sportmax has done a jacket that I'm like obsessed with, but also Chloé, ultra long, like trimmed coat. I feel like I needed in my wardrobe. Anyway, talking about Chloé, Chloé with Shimena has been really adding a lot of trends to the world of fashion. They brought that like boho vintage girl back to the surface, and I wanna show you one trend as well that I think Chloé's done so well, and that's over the knee boots. Now you might be wondering, wait a second, what do we need from boots for fall? And we're all about the long boots. We're about the knee boots, but also over the knee boots. And last winter, I really wanted these boots, but then the moment that I came to get them, which was not even that late, it was like in October, they were fully sold out. And that bothered me. It bothered me. I couldn't find them anywhere. Literally, like they were like two size like 36, and obviously your girly here is not a 36, so I was not happy. So this season I decided to get two pairs of Chloé over the knee boots because I know that I will be able to wear them a lot throughout winter, and I really love them, and I think they're fabulous. So I'm just gonna show you quickly what they look like. Oh, here they are, but then I'll style them for you. I actually cannot decide between two different colors, so I got two pairs, but this chocolate brown is gorgeous. They go all the way to the top. You can then wear them like this, or you can fold this top till here. There's a little seam. I don't know if you can see it. They're really fantastic. They're so comfortable. I actually wore a sample of these. Don't ask. I wore a sample of these in 40 degrees in Paris during July because that's how fashion works. And I stayed in them for the whole entire day. So I think they're amazing, and I'm very happy to introduce them to my wardrobe. I think they'll be even fabulous for Fashion Week. I don't know if it's too soon because it's still quite warm, but if I wore them in July, why I can't wear them in September? So make it make sense. Anyway, I love the over the knee boot trend. I think you guys know that I love the boots because I have quite a few pairs of Hermes jumping boots, of the Miu Miu like tall boots, and that's a trend that I think is just really exciting and easy to style. So I am ready. Over the knee boots. Now these are fabulous, and if you're wondering how to style them. In fact, I love this kind of like oversized blazer over a dress or a skirt or something vibe, and these are like chocolate brown. This is the first time I put them on. Okay, so we need a little bit more something on top otherwise, or do we need a little bit longer skirt? Let me just see. I need to look at the mirror. Beautiful. Okay, I got an idea. Hold on. This is better for my personal style because it's like less sexy, but still quite sexy because there's that shirt. It looks like, hey, I borrowed this like whole upper part from my husband. You can obviously wear this also with the tights. I think it's quite nice with the tights, like the whatever, you know, like the quite light 10 denier black tights for fall. I think that brings a really nice vibe, and that's still quite popular as well. So I didn't stop myself at getting the brown color. I got two pairs that I want to show you now because you guys are gonna help me decide which ones I'm gonna keep. So let's do this. I really hope you can ignore all the mess around us. It is what it is. I also got a black pair. So this is like your classic type. I know how I would style these. Should I still show it to you? Let's do it, okay? Oh my god, I'm creating so much mess, but it's okay. And I need you to let me know in the comments if I should keep the black or the brown pair. Just before I take off the brown, chocolate brown boots, I wanted to show you how cool this is with the trench coat as a dress. I have two trench coats that I'm really excited to wear. One is from the Row, one is from Saint Laurent. Love them both, but I think this pair of boots would look great with either. What do you guys think? It's like very fashion elevated. Realized I forgot to show you that you can wear these boots also folded like this, and I think I even love it more when they're a little bit shorter. I don't know, what do you guys think? Higher up or folded version? And what I like about the brown is that they have like a warm brown and a bit cooler brown. This is really something. Now let's try the black ones. These are the black boots and how I'd style them. Now the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, that I was sure I was gonna keep the brown, and now I tried on the black and I like both. What should I do? Now one thing to note is that obviously these also you can fold, and they also have the chocolate brown leather on the other side. I think Chloé is just doing amazing stuff. Don't know what you guys think. Here showing you the boots, also from the back. And this also with the black light tights, not too thick, like 10, 20 denier. Also long or short, what do you prefer? I promise I cannot decide, and I love them both, and I don't know what to say. So this is where you guys come in. Very very helpful because you guys have to tell me what should we do. And also, by the way, this is Wardrobe New York City. Rosie Huntington Whiteley designed this. I love her, and like she does amazing stuff and she's so good at it. I need help. One trend that I'm sure you've seen everywhere is like draping over the shoulder. Now, I showed you this Phoebe Philo jacket that I recently got that has like a huge scarf over it. I'll insert the picture here. That is the vibe we're still bringing into 2025, and even more so with tops, silk tops and dresses. I recently wore a dress. I think like this Totem dress will be wonderful contender for this kind of trend. They're beautiful pieces. I love this trend. I think with a simple pair of jeans and a top that has this kind of draping that is kind of like almost like Isabel Marant 2016, like circa that year inspired. It's really evolved and it's gone all the way to like Totem, Row, Kate, all of your favorite brands, and I really think it's great. I think it's wearable. I think it's beautiful. You can find like a lot of sort of like almost like poncho vibes tops from Issey Miyake, from brands that I think this is like the ultimate cool girl trend. Quite minimalist, but I also think it's coming all the way to high street, so very easy as well to find, to source. I'll link below some of my favorite draped top items, and I think you guys will like this trend. Really, it's quite a special one. Here is the cape slash scarf slash however you want to call this trend. I really love it because I think it's quite feminine and the most basic dress in the world, like this white one. I think the scarf adds the kind of like the feminine vibe. It also makes it a little bit more special, but then it can be a top, it can be a whole wrap like diagonal, it can be a bit of more of a cape vibe. I have a few little things. I think Magda Butrym does those incredibly well. I'm very excited for her capes for fall winter, and of course the Row, Kate, like I said, Issey Miyake, there's so many options for those, and I'll link many below. But I really love this dress, and I wore it this summer and it made me feel like such a princess. Here a little close-up of the cape detail. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, or am I repeating myself? I don't know, like probably I'm repeating myself because this trend has been like evolving and growing. It's been here for a while, or maybe I'm just so involved in the whole thing that I feel like I've seen it a lot on field. But I'm talking about big bags, and big bags are big in the world of fashion. I think I blame the Margot 17 that I've written a whole blog post about. I blame the Margot, I blame the Bottega Andiamo, I blame the Marlowe, I blame the, I'm just looking at my wardrobe, sorry about that. I blame the huge Birkins, I blame the Loewe Squeeze, again I blame the Bottega Hop. I blame a lot of bags that have been here and are here to stay, and the latest Bottega bag is also a shout out to the 90s or 2000s, and it's a bag that I just got and that I really love and think it's so special. So you guys are gonna see me style it and let me know what you guys think about this bag. I quite love the size. It's not too big because I also think that we had a lot of too big bags. I have a lot of bags that are too big, but sometimes like if you're sitting at a fashion show or in a restaurant, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, where do I put my bag? It's literally in my plate, it's in my friend's lap, it's like everywhere. My friend's dog is jumping in my bag. I'm like, OMG. So I realized that like those really huge capacious bags, like the Andiamo that I have, are great for travel, and we love that. It's all about a Kelly 50, 42, whatever. But we also need like a medium big bag, one that you can bring for work. Like I love the Kate bags, I love the Row bags, I love the Bottega bags. They are really about practicality, and I'm sorry, but we've suffered enough with fashion, so there's just no more space for that. We want fashion to be practical and useful, but still beautiful. So why make a compromise where we don't need to make a compromise? You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. Now, I didn't stop myself at getting a jacket at Bottega. So I got something that I think is a big bag, but not too big of a bag, because I think I have quite a few big bags, but this one is kind of like really healing an inner child in me, because it's the original Intrecciato Bottega bag from Thomas Mayer era. Now look at this. This also adds quite a nice amount of prep because of the style of the bag, but we're just talking about big bags, the bags that are here to stay. I truly, truly love this one. And there's definitely a space for it in my wardrobe because I do have quite a few nice little bags, but not this type of tote. Let me just show it to you. So obviously I love the robe, but look at this. So, you know, I have my Margot, but I think this is very different, and I think this bag will be great to come along with me for Fashion Month. It's really one of those bags that I will love and wear so much. I don't know if it's too early to talk about knitwear, but I wanted to style my new bag with just like a knit and denim and a pair of loafers to show you how the bag really makes it all really cool. We had a little blazer because the knit is a little bit cool toned, so we need something warm toned. And this is your like also a little bit preppy, but really like I'm loving this bag. I think this bag just makes the look, and I am predicting it's gonna be like the next It Girl bag of the season. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below. So in the past few years, the colors that have really emerged were burgundy and brown. I think if you search any retailer, you find more brown options than black and more burgundy than black during fall months. And I love it because I have enough black pieces, but I don't have enough brown and burgundy pieces. So if you think about that, that makes sense. So what color are we gonna have emerging this year? I think despite the fact that color of the year Pantone decided was this like mocha mousse, and I love that color. It's very much like this kind of brownie, taupey gray. I love that color, but I think the one color that's going to be everywhere is going to be khaki, and that's the olive green color. I love it. Think about like suede khaki jacket or suede khaki bag or anything in that forest military green, a suit, trousers, anything and everything. And I have few options for you guys. I have something for like higher price point and I have something for a lower price point. And only thing that I really need is a bag in khaki color. I have a few, I think. I definitely have my Kelly cut. I already have loafers. I have few things, but I need more, so hope you don't mind. So maybe you love the khaki color and this trend, but not enough to like splurge and buy a really expensive piece in this color because like you're not sure how much you're gonna wear this. I personally love this trend. It's probably one of my favorites because I think this color really suits my skin tone. Remember a year ago I got this clutch and I genuinely wore it so much that it's unbelievable. I think it just, I have also so many, like it's kind of like a neutral color, you know, but I have so many pieces now in my wardrobe that work with this. So this is the suit that you'll be able to wear. You don't need the jacket, but you can get also a jacket, or you can just style it with any blazer that you already have in your wardrobe. Let's start with a safe and basic option, black, or you can go with a leather jacket, or you can go with anything of that kind of type you like. I think this is a beautiful suit. I obviously need to steam it. I've just unboxed it, and like everything else I will link it below, but this is a very good price point. So it's a good quality piece that I think comes with a great price point. So I definitely recommend you guys check it out. This one I just got, and it's slightly more sartorially elevated. I just got it, as you can see, so it's here to stay because I love it. I'm obsessed with it. This suit takes several different trends because yes, it's this kind of like an olive green khaki color, but it also has, I'm not wearing anything under, so I'm really trying not to flash. The trousers are sort of that popular balloony style line. I don't know if you can see, they go a little bit rounded, and I really love that. I love that. When I first tried this suit on, I was like, I lost breath. It was just love at first sight. I really love it. And yeah, what I love about this is that besides that it ticks many different boxes when it comes to trends, it's also very classic. So you can wear blazers separately, you can wear trousers separately. It takes many trends. I think I will put it in khaki trend section, but obviously it could have been also in the balloon style trousers section. But since you guys know that already, I'll just leave it here, and then it ticks two boxes. I really love this. I'll come closer so you can see the color better as well, and the way it's cut. I think it's so beautiful. It just feels good. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I love it. Just because I mentioned the loafer a second ago, my khaki loafers, I want to talk about loafers in general, and I think they have never been more popular than now. I have to say I blame, yet again, the row. I bought overall like 3 or 4 pairs of the same loafers from the row because I love them so much and they're amazing, and they definitely have made their way all the way to the high street shops. You can find like literally the exact same Saint Laurent loafer or the roll loafer at any high street retailer, and that's here to stay. I really like the kind of lighter colored ones for fall because I don't have ones. I don't have a lighter color ones, and I like, again, the row ones, but I also like the Bottega ones. So I'm gonna show you how I would style the loafer trend for fall, if you guys don't mind. I wanted to show you the loafers that I was talking about. Now, I have 2 pairs in my hands. So I obviously have many loafers also on my shelf, but I think it's really something that I tend to wear the most. Now, a pair number 1 ticks a lot of different trends. First of all, suede. Second of all, loafer. And then they're like this kind of like warm vanilla color, which I think is something quite nice. I don't have many light colored shoes. Now, is it wearable if you live somewhere where it's really rainy? Maybe not, but if you live in like Middle East, or if you live in LA, I want to say, Miami, these are probably your go-to loafers. Just to mention that I think that these loafers will look even better when they're a little bit worn in, when they get a little bit, I want to say, darker shade, you know, a bit dirtier, especially with a pair of jeans. Besides them, I got another pair. And I know you're not gonna believe me, but in this kind of shade of brown, I don't have a loafer. These are the Bottega. I think they already had them last season, so nothing extra new, but it's in this like caramel chocolate color. I have deep brown Dura loafers, which you've seen me already wear, but these are a little bit different. What do you guys think? I like this sort of like Bottega Andiamo clasp type of thing because I don't think it's too flashy, so it's not like a CC logo. I find like Chanel loafers, I love them. I have 3 pairs. I have burgundy, I have olive green, and I have black. I wear them a lot. They're beautiful, but they are quite recognizable, which is not really a problem for me. The problem is that, well, I always feel like I need to explain a little bit more. If I'm going to, let's say, a Gucci event and I need a pair of loafers and I don't have a Gucci loafer, I don't want to wear one that says like Chanel on top of it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's very respectful or it's very giving. So if I'm not dressed by the brand or something, or if, let's say I'm going to a jewelry presentation, coming with like a huge logo doesn't really give me satisfaction. I don't feel good in myself. So I quite like to have something that is relatively neutral. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about these autumn trends as well. And if you have a favorite loafer that I maybe don't have in my wardrobe, but I should have in my wardrobe. Okay, I think I mentioned all the kind of biggest runway trends that I have seen personally. And I don't know what you guys think about that. It's quite a funny time in fashion. We are waiting for the designers to debut this September. So we're gonna see new Chanel, new Versace, new Gucci, new Dior are gonna bring to us. I mean, there's so much more newness that I will have to stay here for an hour to mention all the new creative directors that are changing and rotating. I'm probably the most excited to see the new Dior, but also the new Loewe, because I'm a huge fan of Pranza and Schooler. I think that their creativity and Jonathan's creativity is quite unmatched. And of course, like, Demna's Gucci and then Matthew Blasi's Chanel. I can't pick one, you know, it's gonna be really hard to take it all in. But then also Pier Paolo Piccioli is one of my favorite designers since ever, and he's going into Balenciaga, so my eyes will be peeled on that. I need to see what that's gonna look like because I think it's gonna be so beautiful. It's gonna hurt, definitely gonna hurt my wallet. One last message to all of you is that suede, brown, leather jackets, trench coats, burgundy, all of the like loafers and all of those knits and layers are here to stay. So nothing to worry about. Do not worry if you spent a lot of money last fall buying all of those like brown and suede pieces. They are here to stay. Fashion is not actually changing that fast at the moment. It's quite samey. The trends are not really coming and going. I think that's quite great because fashion is also really expensive lately. It's more expensive than ever. So I'm very happy that trends are not changing that fast. So these were my fall winter trends. I hope you liked the video. You can do whatever you want with information. You can follow trends or you don't follow trends. I think it's always good to be informed and to have information, and then you can decide whatever you want to do with that information. And I think that about everything, like starting from law to general health, to pretty much everything else. It's always good to have the info, and then you do whatever you want with it. Adapt them to your style or don't, you know, take them or leave them. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of effort in it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.